When Vipin looked at Mohanlal's body, he thought that Mr. Mohan should lose some weight. Otherwise one day he will swell up like a balloon. "Ah, I want to lose some weight too. I wish it was that easy," Mohanlal said to himself as he caressed his bulging belly. Then he took the package and entered the house and closed the door. There were faint sounds of a quarrel from inside. Vipin smiled and turned to walk away, but after walking a few steps he suddenly stopped, as if he remembered something. "Want to lose weight? Well, I remember there was a recipe for it in the Book of Divine Medicine. If I can make a potion for weight loss, I will be rich." Vipin's eyes lit up at this thought. In fact, Vipin had learned the recipe for making potions because of a jade pendant. The book that contained all this information was called the Book of Divine Medicine, and it was imprinted in Vipin's mind as if he had memorized it himself. Apart from the Book of Divine Medicine, Vipin had also learned about many different things, such as identifying herbs, medical skills, making amulets, warding off supernatural powers, etc. While in the hospital, Vipin was very bored, so to pass the time he focused on this book of herbs. It was from there that he learned about weight loss herbs and their recipes. In this age of increasing technology, people did very little work, due to which the rate of obesity was increasing, and girls were very concerned about their weight, so the business of new methods of weight loss was booming. The market was flooded with weight loss pills and various types of medicines. Most of these medicines were useless, which did not even have any effect. The easiest way to lose weight was still to eat well and exercise. In this age of technology, people did not like to eat well and exercise at all. People were gaining weight day by day due to eating junk food and not exercising. "I think this is a good idea." The more Vipin thought about it, the more he was getting crazy with joy. If he could make a weight loss medicine, he could do a good business with the help of it. "Okay then, I will make some medicines for beauty products, health products, and even sexual medicines. Then I will give those medicines a good brand name and launch them in the market. People will spend more on all these products," Vipin said while thinking about some more products. Beauty products have always been a good business because of the desire of girls to look beautiful. At the same time, the concern of men to last longer in bed has also always been an issue. If Vipin could make a product for these things, he would never be short of money in the future. Vipin had now decided that he would do business no matter what. By now it was afternoon, and Vipin had delivered all the packages. He then went to the bank and withdrew the remaining 1,000 rupees in his account. Sitting on his three-wheeler bike, he left for the medicinal herbs market. It was Vipin's first time in this market. Moreover, the names of the herbs given in the Book of Divine Medicine were different from those available in the market, due to which Vipin was having a lot of trouble in finding them. For example, the name of one herb in the Divine Book was bright red grass. No one in the entire market knew which herb it was. Now Vipin had only one solution, to find them by reading the information given in the Divine Book. It took Vipin about 5 hours to find all the required herbs, and by now it was evening. He bought 5 pairs of each herb and then left the market towards his village. After reaching the village, he closed the door of his house and placed all the herbs on an old-looking table. Vipin then picked up a pair of herbs from the table and placed them on his palm. In no time, white light started glowing in his hand, covering the herbs completely. All these herbs grew on the ground and absorbed the natural energy emanating from the earth. Vipin was purifying the herbs by extracting the same energy from his body, which made them even more beautiful. When purified properly, the potency of these herbs increases manifold. Vipin also came to know about extracting energy from his body in this way from the information he got from his jade pendant. A normal person cannot extract such energy from his body and use it. Therefore, the herbs also could not be purified like Vipin did. And if the herbs are not purified properly, they will not be effective either. This is why no one was able to use these herbs for thousands of years. After purifying the herbs for about 10 minutes, Vipin put them in a bowl and started pounding them with a pestle. After pounding for an hour, a liquid started coming out of the herbs. He poured the liquid into a small bowl. The liquid was bright green in color, and it smelled strongly of grass. When Vipin saw the liquid in the small bowl, he got a little confused. He had prepared the medicinal liquid, but how to check whether it was effective or not? This medicine had no side effects, as it was made from all natural herbs. So it will not have any bad effect on the person who uses it. Vipin was already thin, so the effect of this medicine on him will not be clearly visible. Now he was worried about how to check the effect of this medicine. Then suddenly an idea came to him. Why not test this medicine on animals? Anyway, his uncle had raised 10 sheep. He thought, why not try the medicine on them? All those sheep were healthy and fat, which was perfect for testing this medicine. Vipin then secretly mixes the medicine in the sheep's feed at midnight. The smell of that medicine was so good that all the sheep came running and started eating it like a hungry dog. "Oh wow, good sheep! Eat more," Vipin said laughing. After this he returned home and started preparing the remaining herbs. After preparing the medicine from all the herbs, he slept peacefully. The next morning, he woke up when he heard screaming and shouting. When Vipin paid attention to those sounds, he realized that these sounds were coming from the back door. He immediately thought that maybe the sheep had become thin after eating his medicine, due to which his aunt was making a ruckus. He quickly got up from the bed, got dressed, and ran towards the back door. A crowd had gathered around the sheep, and people were talking, pointing at the sheep. Someone was crying in the sheep pen, "My children, what happened to you people?" When Vipin came out of the crowd and saw the sheep, he was stunned. All the 10 sheep had dried up completely. Their bones were clearly visible under their skin. The previous night when he had seen them, they were all fresh and plump. And now their weight had reduced considerably overnight. Vipin was surprised not by seeing the sheep, but by the potency of his medicine. "Ugh, thank God I tested it on these sheep and not on humans," Vipin said, heaving a sigh of relief. Vipin was thankful that if he had tested it on humans, they would have also looked like skeletons. "This is very strange. I saw yesterday all these sheep were fat and chubby, so fat that they could hardly walk. What happened suddenly overnight?" said a man from the crowd gathered there. "I think they all must have been scared after seeing some ghost. Have they seen the bloody tantric?" Another person from the crowd said, looking towards the mountains. Nagina village was situated next to a mountain. If there was a talk of witchcraft or ghosts, then the name of the bloody tantric would definitely come up somewhere. That bloody tantric lives somewhere in the nearby mountains. "Has any devil come?" said a small child joining in the conversation. "You have started watching too much TV, you little rascal," everyone said, laughing loudly. Vipin was laughing along with them. His mood was fresh in the morning. Firstly, his potion was successful. Though the effect was a little strong, it was not a big problem. Second, he had taken revenge on his aunt. Vipin came inside the house, mixed the potion with tea and then filled it in a bottle. He filled many such bottles. Vipin mixed the potion with tea so that its effect could be reduced a little and its positive effect could be seen on humans. Then he sat on his small 3-wheeler bike and went to the city. When he reached DLF Leisure Park to make a delivery, he called Mohan Lal. "Hello?" Mohan Lal picked up the phone. "Mr. Mohan, it's me, Vipin." "Hey Vipin, what's the matter? Is there any delivery for me today?" "No, Mr. Mohan, I have something even better than that." "Even better than delivery? What else can there be?" Mohan Lal said in surprise. "This is a herbal tea made from our family recipe. It can reduce heat and remove impurities from the body. You can also lose weight. I think you must be tired of eating outside food, so you should try something different today." Vipin did not immediately say that it was a weight loss potion. He did not find it strange when he said herbal tea. "Herbal tea from a family recipe? Oh, sounds good. Let me try it," Mohan Lal replied. When Vipin got Mohan Lal's permission, he hung up and reached Mohan Lal's house, house number 14. When Vipin rang the bell, the door opened immediately. Mohan Lal was waiting for him. Vipin gave the bottle of tea mixed with the potion to Mohan Lal, smelling the fragrance of which Mohan Lal said, "It smells good. It looks very tasty too. Thank you, Vipin. You are really a good boy." Mohan Lal then took out his wallet and took out a 100-rupee note and started giving it to Vipin. "Oh, there is no need for this, Mr. Mohan. This is a gift from me for you," Vipin said, refusing to take the money. "Oh, then it is okay." When Vipin refused, Mohan Lal put the money back in the wallet. Vipin then left Mohan Lal's house, and after finishing his work in the city, returned to the village. In the evening, Vipin got a call from Mohan Lal. "Vipin, oh my God, your herbal tea is a miracle tea. It would be better to say not a miracle tea, but a miracle medicine. Do you even know? I have lost weight by drinking your miracle tea. I have lost almost 10 kilos. The Mohan Lal's voice was full of happiness, excitement and surprise. "Your herbal tea is really amazing. Do you have more? Bring them tomorrow. I will pay for them too," Mohan Lal said excitedly. "Okay, Mr. Mohan, I will bring more tomorrow." Okay. "Let's meet tomorrow," Mohan Lal said while disconnecting the phone. Vipin was very happy. At last, the medicine he made had started showing good effect on humans as well. This was a big success for him. Waking up early in the morning, Vipin got on his 3-wheeler and reached the richest area of the city, DLF Leisure Park. "Vipin, you've come!" Mohan Lal was already waiting for him. He was so happy that he ran towards Vipin as if he had seen an old lost relative. Mohanlal looked a little weak. His clothes, which used to fit tight earlier, were now loose. However, this did not mean that he had lost all the weight. He still needed to lose weight. Vipin, that wonderful tea you made yesterday was really amazing. Were your ancestors some magical babas? Mohanlal said in an excited voice, holding Vipin's hands tightly. Mohanlal was very upset with his increasing weight. He tried to lose weight many times, sometimes even exercising for months, but the weight was not coming off. After many failed attempts, he gave up. But after drinking the medicinal tea given by Vipin, he saw a new hope. Mohanlal had never seen such a miraculous herbal tea before, whose effect started showing in just one day. The effect was so strong that he lost 10 kilos of weight on the very first day. And the taste of the tea was also amazing. It was far better than any weight loss medicine or herbal tea available in the market. Do you have more tea, Vipin? Mohanlal asked curiously. Yes, but what's the hurry, Mohanji? Vipin said, smiling, and took out 5 bottles of medicinal tea from his bag. He had prepared 20 bottles of tea in which the potency of the medicine was reduced. Today he had brought only 5 bottles. 5 bottles! Mohanlal's eyes lit up. Happiness was clearly visible on his face. 1 bottle of tea will cost me 5,000. 5 bottles will cost 25,000. And by spending 25,000 I can become a smart man again. This is not a bad deal, Mohanlal thought to himself. Haha, Vipin, you know. I am old now, but when I was your age, girls used to be crazy about me. Okay, Vipin, wait a little while, I will bring the money. Such a good thing should not be cheap. Mohanlal went inside the house and brought a bundle of notes from a bag. Take this, Vipin. This is a full 25,000 rupees, Mohanlal said while giving the bundle of notes. Mohanji, isn't this a bit much? Vipin asked in surprise. Haha, not at all. If this money seems less, then you tell me your price, I am ready to give more. 5,000 is very cheap for a bottle of this miraculous herbal tea. Anyway, I have no shortage of money. Okay then. Vipin took the money. He looked at those new notes once carefully and felt happy. This is 25,000 rupees. I worked hard for a whole year and saved only 10,000, said Vipin, seeing so much money for the first time in his life. Thanks, Mr. Mohan. Hey, don't call me Mr. Mohan, just call me Badabhai from now on. Do you have any more such tea bottles, Vipin? My wife was also complaining about her weight. This will be perfect for her too. Yes, I still have a few more bottles. I will bring them tomorrow, Vipin replied. Okay, bring them to my house tomorrow. By the way, tell me one thing, do you want to sell this herbal tea in the market? I don't think any medicine can compete with this miracle tea. Mohanlal, even though he was fat, was a smart businessman. He saw a good profit in this herbal tea. Although Vipin had already thought about it, he was not able to trust anyone else. I had thought about it earlier, but it is very difficult to collect its ingredients and also to make it. I cannot make it on a large scale, Vipin said. Oh! Mohanlal was a little disappointed. Okay, if you have a few more bottles, I will buy them. I have many good friends and many of them are fat too. Don't worry about the money. You will get your share. Thanks, elder brother. Saying this, Vipin left from there. After delivering the packages, he headed towards the medicinal herbs market with 25,000 rupees in hand. Vipin collected herbs to make another special kind of medicine, which was called spiritual liquid. In ancient times, spiritual energy was easily available. The ascetic sages of that time could absorb this energy to increase their powers. But in today's modern era, spiritual energy has almost vanished, and only a few traces of it are found in the environment. Now it has become extremely difficult to absorb this energy. In ancient times, nectar was used to develop the Gyan chakra. Although spiritual liquid cannot be called nectar, it works like nectar to some extent. Before starting this journey of increasing his powers, Vipin has to awaken 2 chakras, first Gyan chakra and second Manipura chakra. When Vipin read the divine book thoroughly in the city hospital, he felt the Gyan chakra. However, due to the lack of spiritual energy, he was unable to fully awaken this chakra. Now with the help of spiritual liquid, he could awaken it properly. One of the most important herbs for making spiritual liquid was the dragon mushroom, which should be at least 50 years old. In this modern age, dragon mushroom is only used in some expensive medicines, which has made it very expensive. In earlier times, this mushroom was sold for a pittance. In this herb market, Vipin saw dragon mushroom at many shops, but he wanted to visit all the places first and see it properly. Finally, he bought a 60-year-old dragon mushroom which cost him 10,000 rupees. The rest of the herbs cost around 8,000 rupees. Now Vipin was left with only 7,000 rupees out of 25,000 rupees. This money won't last long, Vipin thought to himself. He needed more money now, because more herbs were needed to increase his powers, and herbs cannot be obtained without money. After getting the herbs needed for the spiritual liquid, he started collecting herbs to make beauty and sexual products. After spending about an hour in the market, he found some herbs. He would try to make these products tonight. After arriving home, he sat in front of the table on which he had placed all the herbs. First, he was going to make the spiritual liquid. The method of making spiritual liquid was similar to making weight loss potions. First, the herbs had to be purified with energy by holding them in hand. Then they had to be put in a bowl and pounded. They had to be pounded until a liquid came out. And finally, the spiritual liquid was ready. After 2 hours, he was finally done. Vipin again sat in a meditative posture with his legs folded. He took a deep breath, picked up the bowl and tilted his head back and drank the golden-colored spiritual liquid in one gulp. As the liquid started going down his throat, he felt as if he was swallowing hot lava. He felt unbearable burning and pain as the liquid entered his stomach. To fully absorb the powers of the spiritual liquid, Vipin had to open the holes of the wisdom chakra in his body. Vipin concentrated and began to deliver the spiritual liquid to every pore in his body, allowing it to flow into every single cell of his body. During this process, profound changes began to occur in his body. Thick, black liquid began to flow out of his body, which probably symbolized the impurities accumulated in the body. During this time, the energy of wisdom and science began to increase in his brain. And even his face experienced some changes. It seemed as if he was born again. After a full 6 hours, Vipin slowly opened his eyes. An unparalleled white light shone in his eyes, a sign of his new power. He had never felt so powerful before. There was strength in every part of his body, and his body felt lighter than before. Although it was dark around, he could see everything clearly. His hearing had also become sharper than ever. He moved his ears and found that he could hear heavy breathing and slight shudders from distant houses. He found it very strange that people were still awake so late at night. Just then he sensed a very strong and unpleasant stench. He immediately understood that this stench was the black liquid emanating from his body. He quickly ran to the bathroom and took a thorough bath. After the black liquid was washed off, his skin had become as fair and smooth as a newborn baby's. After bathing, he stood in front of the mirror to look at himself. When he looked at himself, he found that some amazing changes had taken place in his body. He was stunned to see these changes. He was feeling both surprise and happiness in his mind. Now Vipin understood that from today he has embarked on a new journey to increase his powers.